Okay, so we are looking today at apparently the sheet that I don't have in front of me except for all the answers. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're going to look again at setting up and solving matrices. So the first thing we need to do you guys remember? They have to be in what kind of form? Yes. Standard form. For them to be in standard form, remember it's like alphabetical order. So let's fix this first one. We're going to have to subtract y from both sides. So we're going to go 2x minus y plus z, and then we're going to subtract the 5 from both sides. Equals negative 5. Everybody okay how I did that one? No. Okay. Shh. There's like not enough space, so let me show you again. Okay. So I've got 5 plus 2x plus z equals y. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract y from both sides. So I get 5 plus 2x minus y plus z equals 0. Now I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. 2x minus y plus z equals negative 5. Okay? I moved all the x's onto one side, all the y's onto one side, all the numbers that don't go with it on the other. I just got rid of y's, just got rid of 5. That's it. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I've got 5x plus 2y. If I move z to the other side, it becomes what? Negative. So negative 2z. If I move 19 to the other side, negative 19 becomes positive. Okay? Right here, if I move x to the other side, it becomes negative x becomes positive x. Positive 3y becomes, I didn't move z, but I'm going to move 5 to the other side, so it becomes negative. That's all I'm doing. Now I'm going to set up my matrices to be able to solve it. Okay? There's going to be 3 columns and 3 rows. This first column is going to have all the x's. The second column is going to have all the y's. The third column is going to have all the z's. Okay? So I'm going to set up my first row is going to be 2 from this 2 right here. Negative 1 from this right here. 1 from this right here. So far, so good? Okay, somebody tell me what the next row is going to be.
5, 2, negative 2.
5, 2, negative 2. Okay, what's the third row going to be? 1, negative 3. Remember, that's a z, so that's going to be a 1. Okay, we're going to take it to the negative 1 power, right? And we're going to times it by, what are these going to go? Negative 5, 19, negative 5. Now, we're going to go ahead and move to our calculator again. We're going to move to our calculator again because we want to practice putting it in so we get it right for the quiz. Okay, so we're going to hit the matrices button. We want a 3 by 3. Then I'm going to enter it in. 2. I like to hit the tab button so I don't have to move the other stuff around each time. So I go 2, tab, negative 1, tab, 1, tab. 5 tab, 2 tab, negative 2 tab. 1 tab, negative 3 tab, 1. Then I move the outside. I hit the little funky button that is next to x squared. It looks like a little caret, I guess. And I put negative 1. Make sure you move this to the side. Oops, don't do that. Move to the side so it's the big flashing so you don't mess it up. Hit the matrices again. And we're going to go 3 rows by one column. -5 tab, 19 tab, -5. Can we close the door? Because that is horrible. Okay. So I end up, guys, with x equals 1, y equals -1/2, and z equals -15/2. How are we feeling about this?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
So you did X for the first, for like the first.
Yes,
one,
X-
Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But-
It always goes in alphabetical order.
Okay, but say when you did Y, but then for the.
If I did y, x, and then, like, if this, here, let me go back.
If the first row was Y, then you would put Y as the first row.
Yeah, if I, for some reason, don't do this, but if you put y's all right here, then x, then z, this would be y, this would be, like, my answer would be then y, x, and z for your answer.
So whatever order you go in, that's
Yeah.
the same order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so from what I hear from you guys, the small little grumblings we're making, rearranging this I need to go slower on. Okay. All right, so let's look at number 2 then. We'll rearrange for number 2. Are all the x's, y's, and z's on one side? No. Okay, so what do we want to move first, y or z? Y. So I'm going to add y to both sides. So then I get 2x plus y minus 9 equals z. Please stop talking while I'm talking. Sorry about that. Okay. Now I'm going to subtract z from both sides. And I get 2x plus y minus z minus 9 equals 0. And then I'm going to add 9 to both sides. 2x plus y minus z equals 9. For me, that's a lot of work. This is a lot of work that I don't want to do. I can, if you can do it in your head, do it in your head. If you can't, do it like this. Whichever works. I don't care about that part of showing work. Okay, for this one, I'm going to make negative x come first. I'm going to move y to the other side. So instead of 6y, it's going to become positive 6y. Instead of negative 27, it's positive 2z. I don't know why I said 7. Instead of negative 2z, it's positive 2z. And I'm going to move 17 to the other side, and it's going to be negative 17. Okay? And then we're going to have 5x plus 7y plus z equals 4. That's what I get when I rearrange it. Yes. Okay. So now the most important part, making sure that we set up the matrices correct. What is it going to be? What's going to go first? So I'm going to put 2, and then 1 is in front of y, and then negative 1 is in front of z. Are we seeing that? And then we're going to put, next one, we're going to put negative 1, positive 6, positive 2, and then the next line is going to be 5, 7, and 1. And then these are going to be 9, negative 17, and 4, right? Okay. If we're are we having trouble putting it in the right order, or are we having trouble taking it from the right order into a matrices? Just in the right order is the issue? Okay. All right. Let's make sure that we've got this. Shh. let's make sure we got this with our calculator. This is a 3x3 matrices again, so I'm going to make it 3x3. I'm going to put this in 2. I like to use the tab button. 1, -1, -1, 6, 2, and then 5, 7, 1. I'm going to raise it to the -1. Matrices, make it 3. Please don't talk right now. By 1. And I'm going to put 9, -17, and 4 in there. And that's my answer. Miss Murphy speaking. Okay, bye. Okay, so my answer is x equals 3, y equals -1, and z equals -4. Okay? So I'm going to go back to my paper, and that's what I write down. 3, -1, -4. We're going to skip 3 and 4. I'm going to have you guys work on, since what the issue is putting them in the right order, I'm going to have you work on those on your own in just a second. I want to first go down to this word problem, because your homework is all about these word problems. Okay? Sam's Furniture Store places the following advertisement in the local newspaper. Write a system of equations for the furniture, and then we're going to write it into a matrices. A sofa and a love seat is 1,300. A sofa and 2 chairs is 1,400. A sofa, a love seat, and 1 chair is 1,600. So let's make sofa S, love seat L, and chair C. So far, so good? Okay. And we're going to go S, L, C. We're going to put them in those orders. Okay? So I've got 1 sofa plus 1 love seat equals 1,300. Okay? And then 1 sofa plus 2 chairs equals 1,400, right? So far, so good?
Can you put the chairs in the chair column?
You can, but we're not making the matrices yet. And then we've got 1 sofa plus 1 love seat plus 1 chair equals 1,600. Now we're going to make the matrices for it. Okay? So we're going to have 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 1, 1. We're going to raise it to the -1. And we're going to put 1,300, 1,400, and 1,600. Now remember, it's going to give me my sofa first, my love seat second, and my chair last. Okay, so now let's switch back to the calculator. Okay, we're going to set up a 3x3 matrices again. We're going to have 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 1, 1. Raise it to the -1. Okay, and then you're going to make a matrices that is 3x1. And we're going to enter those. 1,300, 1,400, 1,600. We get the sofa is $800, the love seat is $500, and the chair is $300. It's all done. Okay, so your homework is story problems where you have to set up the matrices. So I'm giving you 6 story problems. You have to set up the matrices for all of these, and then when we come in tomorrow, your warm-up again is going to be put those matrices in your calculator and come up with the answers. Okay? So, again, same kind of thing as what we did before, except they are word problems. So, do you want to do one? one of these assignments first before I let you get started, or would you rather just go ahead and start your work? You just want to start your work? Okay. If you want help setting up one of these, I am here to do that. So, for the classwork, if you're having trouble getting stuff into standard form, try putting those last two into standard form, and I can check your answers. Okay? Anybody have any questions? All right.
Can I solve these right now? More problems.